Hello dear student, welcome to new session of magnetic effect of current. It's your third lecture. In last lecture we'll discuss about magnetic field, application of Biot-Savart law, in which we'll discuss magnetic field due to current carrying finite length wire, magnetic field due to current carrying infinite length wire, and magnetic field due to current carrying semi-infinite wire. So the relation was magnetic field due to current carrying, magnetic field due to current carrying wire, and we'll discuss about wire is of three types. So when we are talking about finite length wire, for finite length, the value of magnetic field at point P is, if I am talking about finite length wire, then this angle was alpha and this angle is beta. So magnetic field is equals to mu naught I by 4 pi a sine alpha plus sine beta, where alpha and beta are the angles with which we will see the both ends of wire. So this is the value of magnetic field due to finite length wire. If the wire is of infinite length, so for infinite length, as we know, both the ends of wire tends to infinity, so alpha is 90 and beta is also 90, so it becomes equals to mu naught I by 4 pi a sin 90 plus sin 90, so sin 90 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 2s are 4, so it will be mu naught I by 2 pi a. Similarly, if I am talking about for semi-infinite length wire, for semi-infinite length wire means one end is visible, so alpha becomes 0 and other end tends to infinity, so beta becomes equals to 90. So the value of magnetic field is mu naught I by 4 pi a sine 0 plus sine 90. Sine 90 is 1, sine 0 is 0, so B becomes equals to mu naught I by 4 pi a. Remember my dear student, if I am talking about wire, then finite wire, mu naught I by 4 pi a sin alpha plus sin beta. If I am talking about infinite length wire, it is mu naught I by 2 pi a, and for semi-infinite length wire at any point P, the value of magnetic field is mu naught I by 4 pi a. This topic was discussed already in last class. Now we will discuss direction of magnetic field. Write down direction of magnetic field due to wire. Direction of magnetic field due to wire. Direction of magnetic field due to wire. Direction of magnetic field. Direction of magnetic field due to the wire. Direction of magnetic field due to the wire. So see my dear student, for finding the value of direction of magnetic field due to the wire, not only wire, we can say for straight current carrying conductor. Straight current carrying conductor. For straight current carrying conductor. See, actually wire is an example of straight current carrying conductor. So we will discuss now, in this topic we will discuss direction of magnetic field due to wire, or we can say straight current carrying conductor. So my dear student, the direction of magnetic field is found by right hand thumb rule. So write down the direction of magnetic field. Write down the direction of magnetic field due to the direction of magnetic field due to current carrying, the direction of magnetic field due to current carrying straight conductor. Direction of magnetic field due to straight current carrying conductor is given by right hand thumb rule. Is given by right hand thumb rule. Now see what actually right hand thumb rule says. Right hand thumb rule says, write down, place the right hand thumb in the direction of current, and curl the finger, The curling direction of finger gives the value of magnetic field. The curling direction of finger gives the direction of magnetic field. I am repeating once again, my dear student. So basically, direction of magnetic field due to current carrying conductor is basically given by right hand thumb rule. What right hand thumb rule says? Let's suppose we have a wire in which I current is flowing. Wire is also an example of straight current carrying conductor. So this right hand thumb rule says, place the finger in the direction of current. So here, my dear student, the direction of current is upward. So I am placing my finger in the direction of current. So place the direction of thumb in right hand thumb in the direction of current and curl the finger. So the finger will curl like this. Look at this. The finger will, in this side, the finger is going inside, and in this side, finger comes outside. So we can say, if point P is here, then that finger is going inside, and we know that if magnetic field is inside the plane, then we'll draw cross. And in this side, if point P is present this side, so the direction of magnetic field is outside the plane. So we'll write this in, if point P is in this side, so magnetic field is away from the plane, and if point P lies inside in this side, so the direction of magnetic field is inside the plane. So this is how we have to find the direction of magnetic field by right hand thumb rule. Now see, if the direction of current is opposite, let's suppose the direction of current is opposite. So I am making another diagram. Let's suppose now the direction of current is like this. We have here point P. Now what right hand thumb rule says? Right hand thumb rule says, place the finger in the direction of current and curl your right hand fingers. So I am placing my thumb in the direction of current and curl the finger. So curling will be like this. So if point P is in this side, our finger comes outside. So if outside the plane, then the direction will be dot, and in this side the finger is going inside, so the direction of magnetic field is inside the plane. So this is basically how we have to present the direction of magnetic field due to current carrying wire, or we can say due to current carrying straight conductor. Now let's suppose the wire is placed like this. Let's suppose the wire is placed like this and current is flowing in the wire. So what we have to do? Place the finger in the direction of current and curl your finger. So curling can be like this. So see, my dear student, if point P is here, then finger comes outside. So we have to present it by dot, and if point P is here, then our finger is going inside. So here we can mark cross. So this is basically direction of magnetic field. Now see, if the direction of current is like this, let's suppose here we have point P. Now again we have to place our right hand thumb in the direction of current and curl the finger. So see, this is the direction of current, curling of finger. Finger goes inside. So here magnetic field is cross, and if point P lies here, then the fingers is comes outside. So here the direction of magnetic field is represented by dot. So remember, this is how we have to present the direction of magnetic field due to current carrying straight conductor. Basically what is the process? We have to place our right hand finger in the direction of current, a right hand thumb in the direction of current, and curl the finger. Curling of finger can give the direction of, my dear student, magnetic field. And remember, we have three different types of straight current carrying conductor. First is of infinite length, second is of finite length, and third is of semi-infinite length. I hope you all understand what is the basic funda for finding magnetic field by applying Biot-Savart's law. Basically, Biot-Savart's law, remember, cannot gives the value of magnetic field due to whole conductor. With the help of Biot-Savart's law, we only find the value of magnetic field due to small length conductor, and that small length in which current is present is called current element, and the direction of current due to straight current carrying conductor is given by right hand thumb rule, in which we have to place our right hand finger in the direction of current and curl the fingers. The curling of finger can give you the direction of magnetic field. Now we have to discuss some numerical. So write down the numerical. Consider a equilateral triangle. Write down a question. Consider a equilateral triangle. Consider a equilateral triangle which is made up of wire. Consider a equilateral triangle which is made up of wire, in which I current is flowing, let the side of equilateral triangle, is L. Let the side of equilateral triangle is L. Find the value of magnetic field. Find the value of magnetic field at point P. Find the value of magnetic field at point P, which is placed at the center, the equilateral triangle, Now see, my dear student, what question says. Question says we have an equilateral triangle. Basically, we have a wire which is framed as equilateral triangle whose side is L, and in this wire frame, which is in form of equilateral triangle, I current is flowing. We have to find magnetic field at point P due to this current carrying wire. Now see, my dear student, as we all know that equilateral triangles carry same sides. So if this is, let's suppose, A, B and C. This is basically a frame of wire. AB, AC, BC and AC. All the sides are equal, as this is basically equilateral triangle. Now see, my dear student, if I am considering it as a wire, so we can say that the length of wire is given. And if length of wire is given, let's suppose I am assuming a side which is called AB. So I am considering a side called AB whose length is given, and this AB is basically identical length, and I am considering it as a finite length wire, because see, my dear student, this is wire, this is also wire, and this is also wire. This equilateral triangle is made up of wire, and we wish to find magnetic field at point P due to this current carrying conductor which is in shape of equilateral triangle. And we all aware that if length of wire is given, then the wire is considered to be finite length wire, and we all aware with magnetic field due to finite length wire. Magnetic field due to finite length wire. The formula is B is equals to mu naught I by 4 pi A sin alpha plus sin beta. Sin alpha plus sin beta. So see my dear student, first of all I'll drop a perpendicular on this line and I want to find magnetic field at point P. So if this is a finite length wire, this end is visible and this end is also visible. I hope you all understand. So if this is an equilateral triangle, then it is but obvious that this angle is 60. So if this angle, total angle is 60, then this angle must be 30 and this angle is also be 30. Now see, this angle must be 60 and this angle must be 60. So see my dear student, I am considering one side of equilateral triangle as a wire whose length is identical. So I'll apply now here the formula called magnetic field due to finite length wire, which is mu naught I by 4 pi A sin alpha plus sin beta, where A is my dear student distance between point P and the wire. So first of all, let us consider this distance, that is distance from wire to point P, which is always a perpendicular distance. Let this distance is A. First of all, see my dear student, I am dropping a perpendicular at the center of this side, that is called AB. So if total length is L, then this must be L by 2 and this is also L by 2. So this length L by 2 is given. We want to find the distance, that is perpendicular distance. So I hope you all understanding. Now see, if I'll write it tan 30. So tan 30 can give you the value of A. So tan 30 must be equal to Pandit Badri Prasad Har Har Bole Sona Chandi Tole, means perpendicular upon base. So tan 30 is equals to perpendicular is A and base is L by 2. So we can write here it as tan 30 is equals to 2A by L, and we all aware with the value of tan 30. So tan 30 is nothing but 1 by root 3. So it is equals to 2A by L. So L by 2 root 3 is equals to A. This is the value of A. This A is nothing but distance, perpendicular distance from the wire to the point P. Now see my dear student, this length and this length is same. So if I'll get the magnetic field due to this side, then we will multiply it with 3, we'll get the magnetic field due to all the sides. Because see my dear student, this is basically straight current carrying that conductor. Let's find the direction of magnetic field at point P due to this side, that is AB. So we'll place our thumb in the direction of current and curl our finger. So see, curling of finger. So finger comes outside. So due to AB, the direction of magnetic field is away. Similarly, if I'll place my thumb in the direction of BC, again current is in this side, so thumb is in this side, again the direction of magnetic field is outside. Similarly, for AC, again I'll place my thumb in the direction of current and curl the finger, curling of finger comes outside. So basically all the sides are equal, all the sides carry same current and all the sides gives the direction of magnetic field same. So just find one side magnetic field and multiply it with 3, we'll get whole due to magnetic field due to whole frame, or we can say all the 3 sides. So moving forward, now we have to apply the formula as we'll get A. So B becomes equals to mu naught I by 4 pi A. A is basically the distance, and must remember my dear student, the distance must be perpendicular distance. So A is L by 2 root 3. So 2 into root 3 goes away in numerator. Sin alpha. Alpha is basically visual angle. So visual angle is 60 and again 60. So sin 60 plus sin 60. I hope you all are understanding. So B becomes equals to mu naught I 2 root 3 by 4 pi L. And I hope you all aware with the value of sin 60. Sin 60 is nothing but root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2 plus root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2 plus root 3 by 2. Now solve this. You'll get the value So root 3 by 2 plus root 3 by 2, it will be root 3. So mu naught I 2 root 3 into root 3 divided by 4 pi L. So apply this, we will get B is equals to mu naught I 2 root 3 divided by 4 pi L multiply root 3. Now see, root 3 will be multiplied, we will get 3. So B becomes equals to mu naught I 2 2s are 4. So mu naught I 3, mu naught I 3, because root 3 into root 3 is 3 divided by 2 pi L. This is the value of magnetic field due to one side of wire. Now see, we have three different sides, my dear student. So just multiply it with 3. So B net is equals to 3 into mu naught I 3 by 2 pi L. So 3 3s are 9. So what we'll get? B net is equals to 9 mu naught I by 2 pi L, and its direction is outward because thumb current, thumb curling. Everywhere the direction, due to every side, the direction of magnetic field is same. So I hope you all understand this formula, or we can say I hope you all understand the concept. Now moving forward, write down next numerical. So write down a wire placed along the north-south direction, a wire placed along the north-south direction, a wire placed along the north-south direction, carry a current of 8 ampere, from south to north, full stop. Find the magnetic field due to a 1 centimeter. Find the magnetic field due to a 1 centimeter piece of wire, 1 centimeter piece of wire at a point 200 centimeter, at a point 200 centimeter northeast, 200 centimeter northeast from the piece, 200 centimeter northeast from the piece. I am repeating once again the statement of question. Please try to solve this question. A wire placed along north-south direction. So my dear student, a wire is placed in north-south direction. So this is north, this is south, this is east, and this is west direction. So they are saying a wire is placed in north-south direction. So north-south direction means like this. The wire is placed in north-south direction, and they are saying carry a current of 8 ampere from south to north. So the flow of current is from south to north. So like this, and value of current which is flowing in this wire is 8 ampere. Now they are saying find the magnetic field due to a 1 centimeter piece of wire. So my dear student, 1 centimeter is basically very small length wire. So very small length means DL is 1 centimeter. Find the magnetic field due to 1 centimeter piece of wire at a point 200 centimeters. So distance, that is A, is nothing but 200 centimeter, or we can say R is nothing but 200 centimeter from northeast from the piece. So northeast, so this is north, this is east. So we have to find magnetic field at here. Let's suppose this point is P, where we want to find magnetic field, the distance from current element. So let's suppose this is nothing but current element, this is our DL. So this is current element, and we wish to find magnetic field at this point P, which is present at northeast. So northeast this. So if we'll consider the angle, see my dear student, between north and east, the angle must be 90 degree. If the point is placed between northeast, so angle between current element and this line is 45 degree. So theta is nothing but 45 degree. We wish to find magnetic field. So apply Biot-Savart's law. Now see, this dl is 1 centimeter, so we'll write it as 1 into 10 raised power minus 2 meter. 200 centimeter means 2 meter. So dB becomes equals to mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sine theta over r square. So we'll write it as mu naught upon 4 pi is nothing but 10 raised power minus 7 multiply current is 8 ampere multiply dl is 1 into 10 raised power minus 2 sine 45 divided by r square, that is 2 square. So find out the value of magnetic field at point P. Whatsoever the value, you will get the value. Please solve the question and we'll move forward. So value of dB after solving this becomes equals to 1.4 into 10 raised power minus 9. 1.4 into 10 raised power minus 9 Tesla, because the SI unit of magnetic field is Tesla. Moving forward, write down next question. An element delta L vector. Write down next question. An element delta L vector. An element delta L vector. An element delta L vector is equals to delta x I cap. An element delta L vector is equals to delta x I cap. So delta L vector is equals to delta x I cap is placed at the origin, and carry a large current, I is equals to 10 ampere, and carry a large current I is equals to 10 ampere. What is the magnetic field? On the y-axis? At a distance of 0.5 meter. At the distance of 0.5 meter. So the value of r is given, it is 0.5 meter, and the value of delta x is also given, my dear student. The value of delta x is 1 centimeter. So value of delta x is 1 centimeter. So they are saying we have a current, we have a element delta L vector is equal to delta x I cap, which is placed at origin, and that element carry current of 10 ampere. What is the magnetic field on the y-axis at a distance 0.5 meter? So my dear student, this is our current element. This is placed at origin. Let's suppose the current element is basically 1 centimeter. So 1 centimeter means 1 into 10 raised power minus 2 meter, and there is a point. Let's suppose on y-axis, because in question they are saying the point is placed on y-axis. Let's suppose P, which is 0.5 meter away from this small length. At point P, we want to find magnetic field. Very easy. So formula of magnetic field is dB is equals to mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sine theta over r square. So theta is basically angle between dl and the distance. So see, angle between dl and distance is dl is placed on origin, and basically the point which is where we want to find magnetic field is present on y-axis. So angle must be 90 degree. So theta here is 90 degree. Moving forward, let's put the value. So dB becomes equals to mu naught upon 4 pi is nothing but 10 raised power minus 7. Current is given, that is 10 ampere. DL is also given, which is basically delta x 1 centimeter. So I'll write 1 into 10 raised power minus 2 multiply sine 90 divided by r square. So 0.5 square. Sine 90, we know that 1, 10 raised power minus 7 multiply 10 into 10 raised power minus 2 divided by 0.5 square. So dB becomes equals to Please solve it, my dear student, and tell your answer. The answer will be 4 into 10 raised power minus 8 Tesla. After solving this, you'll get the answer as 4 into 10 raised power minus 8 Tesla. I'm repeating once again, Tesla is the SI unit of magnetic field. Tesla is the SI unit of magnetic field. Moving forward, let's discuss one more question. Please write it down. A long straight wire carrying a current of 30 ampere, a long straight wire carrying a current of 30 ampere is placed in an external uniform magnetic field. A long straight wire carrying a current of 30 ampere is placed in an external uniform magnetic field of 4 into 10 raised power minus 4 Tesla. 4 into 10 raised power minus 4 Tesla parallel to the current. Find the magnitude of the resultant. Find the magnitude of the resultant magnetic field. Find the magnitude of the resultant magnetic field at a point 2 centimeter away from the wire. So see, my dear student, this question is quite different because here a current carrying wire is placed in external magnetic field. External magnetic field means the magnetic field which is present already. This is not the magnetic field which is created by current carrying conductor. So the question is a long straight wire. Remember, if word long is there, then consider wire to be infinite. So we are considering wire to be infinite because term long means wire is of infinite length, and we all aware with the magnetic field due to infinite long wire, it is mu naught I by 2 pi a. Magnetic field due to infinite long wire is mu naught I by 2 pi a. So a long straight wire carrying a current of 30 ampere. So 30 ampere current is present in long wire, and this wire is placed in external magnetic field. I am writing external magnetic field to be B external, and its value is 4 into 10 raised power minus 4 Tesla. 4 into 10 raised power minus 4 Tesla. They are saying this magnetic field is parallel to the current. So first of all, just find the value of magnetic field due to infinite long wire. So infinite long wire, or we can say very long wire, mu naught. So as we know, mu naught upon 4 pi is nothing but 10 raised power minus 7. So mu naught will be 4 pi into 10 raised power minus 7. So instead of mu naught, I'll write 4 pi into 10 raised power minus 7. So 4 pi into 10 raised power minus 7 multiply current is 30 ampere. So 30 divided by 2 pi into A. A is distance. Distance is given, my dear student. Find the magnitude of resultant magnetic field at a point 2 centimeter. So distance is 2 centimeter. R is 2 centimeter. So R, instead of R, I am writing A. So A is equals to 2 into 10 raised power minus 2 meter. So 2 into 10 raised power minus 2. Pi cancel. 2 2s are 4. So 2 and 2 again get cancelled. Magnetic field due to infinite length wire, or we can say very long wire, 3 into 10 raised power minus 7 divided by 10 raised power minus 2. So B infinity becomes equals to 30 into 10 raised power minus 7 plus 2. So we can write magnetic field due to infinite long wire is 30 into 10 raised power minus 5. I hope you all understand this thing. So we can, this thing also can be write as 3 into 10 raised power minus 4 Tesla. This is the value of magnetic field due to infinite long wire. Now see my dear student, there in question they are saying find the if this wire is placed in external magnetic field, so you have to find resultant magnetic field. So resultant magnetic field is nothing but magnetic field due to external presence plus magnetic field due to wire of infinite length. So B net becomes equals to under root B external is 4 into 10 raised power minus 4 B external plus B magnetic field due to infinite length wire and its square. As we all know, this is the formula for finding resultant vector, and magnetic field is a vector quantity. So square plus 3 into 10 raised power minus 4 square. So net magnetic field, just try to solve my dear student, you will get the answer. 5 into 10 raised power minus 4 Tesla is the correct answer. So this is the value of magnetic field of this question. Moving forward, write down next question. So the question is, write down, figure shows two current carrying wires. Figure shows two current carrying wire 1 and 2. Figure shows two current carrying wire 1 and 2. Figure shows two current carrying wire 1 and 2. Figure shows two current carrying wire 1 and 2. Find the magnitude and direction. Find the magnitude and direction of magnetic field. Find the magnitude and direction of magnetic field. Find the magnitude and direction of magnetic field. Find the magnitude and direction of magnetic field at points P, Q and R. At points P, Q and R. At points P, Q and R. So see my dear student, we have two wires. This is the point P, which is 10 centimeter apart from this wire. This is point Q, which is again 10 centimeter apart from this wire. This distance is also 10 centimeter, and moreover there is one more point, that is R, which is again 10 centimeter from this wire. This is wire first and this is wire second. I am repeating once again the question. Figure shows two current carrying wire 1 and 2. Find the magnitudes and direction of the magnetic field at points P, Q and R. So see my dear student, let's try to solve. First of all, we have to find magnetic field at point P. So I am writing here magnetic field at point P. See, the length of wire is not given, and if length of wire is not given, then we'll consider wire to be of infinite length. Remember, if length of wire is not given, then consider the wire to be of infinite length. So my dear student, we are finding magnetic field at point P. Remember, at point P, the magnetic field is due to first wire as well as due to second wire. So if I am finding magnetic field due to first wire, remember, if length of wire is not given, then consider the wire to be of infinite length. So as we all know, magnetic field due to infinite length is mu naught I by 2 pi A. A is distance, I is current, and we all aware how to find the direction of current due to current carrying wire. Place the thumb in the direction of current, curl your finger. Curling of finger can give you the direction of magnetic field. So moving forward, I am finding magnetic field at point P. So at point P, magnetic field is due to first wire as well as due to second wire. So first of all, we have to find magnetic field due to first wire. Magnetic field due to first wire. So magnetic field due to first wire, consider it as B1. Mu naught will be right as we all know, mu naught upon 4 pi is nothing but 10 raised power minus 7. So mu naught can be right as 4 pi into 10 raised power minus 7. So mu naught is 4 pi into 10 raised power minus 7, multiply current, it is 20, divided by 2 pi, multiply distance. Now see, this P point is 10 centimeter away from first wire, so distance is 10 centimeter. We can write 10 into 10 raised power minus 2. So B1 is equals to pi get cancelled, 2 2s are 4. So 10 and 20, what will get 2? So 2 2s are 4, multiply 10 raised power minus 7 divided by 10 raised power minus 2. So B1 is nothing but 4 into 10 raised power minus 7 plus 2. So B1 becomes equals to 4 into 10 raised power minus 5. This is the value of magnetic field due to first wire. At point P. Now check it out, the direction of magnetic field. See, I am placing my thumb in the direction of current and curling the finger. So if I am curling the finger, then finger comes outside. So if finger comes outside, then this magnetic field is presented by dot, because due to this wire, the direction of magnetic field at point P is away from the plane, which is represented by dot. Now we have to find magnetic field at point P due to second wire as well, because second wire is also present. So see, my dear student, if I am talking about direction of magnetic field at point P due to this second wire, so direction of current in second wire is inward, we can say downward, curling the finger, so inside. So due to second wire at point P, the magnetic field is represented by cross, because this is the direction of current, curling of finger goes inside. So we can say due to second wire, the magnetic field at point P is inside. Now see, this is 10 centimeter, this is 20. So 20 plus 10 is 30. For the distance of point P from this wire is nothing but 30 centimeter. 30 centimeter. So let's find the value of magnetic field due to second wire. Magnetic field due to second wire, I am writing here magnetic field due to second wire at P. It is represented by B2. So B2 can be right as mu naught I by 2 pi A. So B2 is equals to mu naught can be right as 4 pi into 10 raised power minus 7. Current on second wire is 30 ampere. So 30 divided by 2 pi into distance is 30 centimeter. So 30 into 10 raised power minus 2 and its square. So pi get cancelled, 2 and 2 get cancelled. I hope you all understand. This is not square, this is only R, or we can say A. Now let's solve this. So what we'll get? We'll get 2 into 10 raised power minus 7, 2 into 10 raised power minus 7 multiply 30 divided by 30 into 10 raised power minus 2, 30 get cancelled. So B2 is equals to 2 into 10 raised power minus 7 plus 2. So B2 is equals to 2 into 10 raised power minus 5. Now see, the direction of magnetic field due to second wire is, my dear student, the direction of current is like this. Place the thumb in the direction of current, curl the finger goes inside. So B2 is cross. Now see, one magnetic field at point P is away from the plane, or we can say perpendicular to the plane and outward, and other is inward. So net magnetic field at point P must be subtracted, first minus second. So we can write B net is equals to, that is net magnetic field. So net B at P is equals to, B net can be write as B1 minus B2. So B net can be write as 4 into 10 raised power minus 5 minus 2 into 10 raised power minus 5. So B net nothing but 2 into 10 raised power minus 5 Tesla. So this is the value of magnetic field at point P due to both the wires. Remember, if two wires are there and you want to find magnetic field at any point P, you have to find magnetic field due to both the wires. Remember this thing. Now moving forward, let's discuss about the magnetic field at point Q. So write down magnetic field at point Q. Then we'll find magnetic field at point R. So first of all, find magnetic field at point Q. So magnetic field at Q. So magnetic field at Q must be due to both the wires. So see my dear student, let's suppose due to first wire, I'm writing here B1, that is due to wire first. So B1 can be write as mu naught I by 2 pi A. So B1 can be write as, instead of mu naught we can write 4 pi into 10 raised power minus 7. So 4 pi into 10 raised power minus 7 multiply current is 20 divided by 2 pi into A is distance. It is 10 into 10 raised power minus 2. Pi 2 2s are 4. So 10 get cancelled. So B1 becomes equals to 2 into 10 raised power minus 7 plus 2. So B1 equals to 2 into 10 raised power minus 5 Tesla. Now check the direction. So this is the direction of current. Curl your finger. Curling of finger goes inside. So due to this wire at point Q, the direction of magnetic field is inside. So I'll use cross symbol. Moving forward, now we have to find magnetic field due to second wire at point Q. So B2 due to wire 2, we can write B2 is equals to mu naught I by 2 pi A. So B2 becomes equals to, the value of mu naught is 4 pi into 10 raised power minus 7 multiply current is 30 ampere divided by 2 pi into distance is 10 centimeter. So 10 into 10 raised power minus 2. Pi 2 2s are 4. 10 get cancelled. So B2 becomes equals to 3 into 10 raised power minus 7 plus 2. So B2 becomes equals to 3 into 10 raised power minus 5 Tesla. This is the value of magnetic field at point Q due to second wire. Now check it out the direction. So if I am talking about direction, place your thumb in the direction of current and curl the finger. So curling of finger goes inside. So my dear student, at point Q, the direction of magnetic field due to second wire is again inside. So we can use cross. Now we'll get the net magnetic field as both the magnetic field is in same direction. So net magnetic field, we'll get net magnetic field by adding both magnetic field. So B net becomes equals to B1 plus B2. So B net becomes equals to 2 into 10 raised power minus 5 plus 3 into 10 raised power minus 5. So minus 5 get common. 3 plus 2 5. So 5 into 10 raised power minus 5 Tesla is the net magnetic field at point Q. Now we'll find magnetic field at point R. So just find out the value of magnetic field at point R. Similar method is there, my dear student. Please try to solve by your own. Just write down the answer and tally it. The magnetic field at point R is 4.5 into 10 raised power 4.5 into 10 raised power minus 5 Tesla. 4.5 into 10 raised power minus 5 Tesla. So I'll write here directly, B net at R is 4.5 into 10 raised power minus 5 Tesla. This is the value of net magnetic field at point R. Moving forward, write down next question. Use Biot-Savart's law. Write down next question. Use Biot-Savart's law. Use Biot-Savart's law use Biot-Savart's law to obtain an expression, use Biot-Savart law to obtain an expression for the magnetic field, to obtain an expression for the magnetic field, to obtain the expression for magnetic field at the center of a coil, at the center of the coil, bent in the form of a square, bent in the form of square of side 2a, of side 2a, carrying current I, carrying current I, carrying current I. I am repeating once again. Use Biot-Savart law to obtain, use Biot-Savart law to obtain an expression, to obtain an expression, to obtain an expression for the magnetic field, for the magnetic field at the center of a coil, at the center of a coil, bent in the form of a square of side 2a, of side 2a, carrying current I. So see my dear student, in question they are saying by using Biot-Savart's law, obtain an expression of magnetic field at the center of a square. This is your square whose center is O and the side of square is given. It is 2a. As we all know, square carry same sides. So this is the side and this square carry current, let's suppose I. So I current is flowing. My dear student, as we are so my dear student, this is basically considered to be a frame of wire in which, let's suppose I am considering this side only. So this side is carry a length. So this is nothing but considered to be identical wire. This is nothing but considered to be identical wire, and we all are aware with a wire magnetic field due to identical length wire, or we can say magnetic field due to finite length wire. So finite length wire, magnetic field due to finite length wire is nothing but mu naught I by 4 pi a sine alpha plus sine beta. Now see, we have to find magnetic field at this point. So we must need a perpendicular distance from this wire. So perpendicular distance, but obvious, if total distance is 2a, then from center it is a. Now see, you have to see both the end, because you are capable to see both the end, because this is of identical length wire. So it is considered to be finite length wire. Now see, if this angle is, this is perpendicular line, so this angle must be 45 and this angle also be 45. So alpha and beta both are 45. So alpha is 45 and beta is also 45. So I'll write B is equals to, instead of mu naught I by 4 pi a, and instead of alpha I can write 45 plus sine 45. Now see my dear student, let's check the direction of magnetic field at point P. So place your thumb in the direction of current and curl your finger. Curling of finger can give the direction of magnetic field. So this is the direction of current. I am curling the finger, finger comes outside. So magnetic field due to this side, that is AB, is outside. Now check magnetic field due to BC. So again I am placing the thumb in the direction of current, curling the finger. Curling of finger comes outside, so we can say magnetic field is outward due to this BC side also. Similarly, let's check it out, the direction of magnetic field due to CD. So place your thumb in the direction of current and curl the finger. Placing the thumb in the direction of current, curling of finger, curling comes outside. So this side also carry magnetic field at O, outside. Similarly, place the thumb in the direction of current, curl the finger, again curling is outward. So all the sides is of same length, all the sides carry same current, due to all the sides at point O, the direction of magnetic field is same, my dear student. So just this is the magnetic field due to only one side. So multiply it with 4 because square carry 4 side. So B net is equals to 4 into mu naught I by 4 pi A sine 45 plus sine 45. This is the value of magnetic field due to square. So correct answer is root 2 mu naught I by pi A. Root 2 mu naught I by pi A. This is the value of magnetic field at the center of this square and its direction is outward. I hope you all understand this concept. Now moving forward, write down next question. A straight wire carry a current of 3 ampere. A straight wire carry a current of 3 ampere. A straight wire carry a current of 3 ampere. Calculate the magnitude of the magnetic field. Calculate the magnitude of the magnetic field at a point 10 centimeter away, at a point 10 centimeter away, at a point 10 centimeter away from the wire. 10 centimeter away from the wire. So see my dear student, in this question length of wire is not given, and if length of wire is not given, then consider the wire to be of infinite length. So magnetic field due to infinite length wire is mu naught I by 2 pi A. Instead of mu naught, we can write 4 pi into 10 raised power minus 7. So B is equals to 4 pi into 10 raised power minus 7 multiply current in wire is given, it is 3 ampere, and we have to find away from 10 centimeter. So 3 ampere, A is also given, it is 10 centimeter. So 10 into 10 raised power minus 2 meter. So it is 2 pi into 10 raised power minus 2. Pi get cancelled. 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. So B is equals to 3 into 10 raised power minus 7 divided by 5 into 10 raised power minus 2. So 3 by 5 into 10 raised power minus 6 Tesla is your answer. 6 into 10 raised power minus 6 Tesla is the correct answer of this question. Moving forward, write down next question. So the question is, two long parallel wire are placed at a distance of 16 centimeter. Two long parallel wires are placed at a distance of 16 centimeter, at a distance of 16 centimeter from each other, at a distance of 16 centimeter from each other, full stop. Each wire has a current of 4 ampere. Each wire has a current of 4 ampere, full stop. Calculate the magnetic field. Calculate the magnetic field at midpoint between them, when the current in them are first part same in the direction, second part opposite in the direction. First part same in the direction, second part opposite in the direction. So my dear student, I hope you all are capable to solve this question. Please try to solve the question by your own so that the concept is clear. My dear student, if wire is said to be long, then consider it as to be infinite long wire, and we know that in a magnetic field due to infinite long wire is nothing but mu naught I by 2 pi A. So I hope today's lecture will be understood by you. So today's lecture is nothing but basically practice numerical on the basis of magnetic field due to current carrying straight wire. In next class, we'll find some different structures magnetic field using Biot-Savart's law, like magnetic field due to current carrying circular loop, magnetic field due to current carrying ring on its axis, and more. So thank you so much, my dear student, connecting with us. In next class, we'll discuss more topic. Till then, please take care, stay safe, stay at home and study hard. Thank you.